Well, Vasquez, we've arrived in Mexico. Engines, tacos, tequila. We just had an emergency landing in Los Angeles because the pilot's window had a problem. Did it close properly? As protocol, the runway gets filled with firefighters, ambulances, and everything else. And they took us off the plane, but we're heading to Mexico.
The National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing Pilots had the same thing happen from Charlotte the other day, so it happens to everyone.
Exactly. After all, on the morning of the 7th,
12 hours.
12 hours we arrived in Mexico. We're at the airport exchanging money and looking for an Uber. Now we're in the BYD.
Exchange money, not give away money, not steal money, but we give it away voluntarily.
Exactly. They charged me $15 to exchange $100. Well, that's fine. It's always more expensive at the airport. Let's go to the hotel, then decide where to eat tonight. I'm here at the hotel, Fiesta Americana. So here I ordered to celebrate the plane, the emergency landing, the rain, the storm that caught us on our way here. Tequila, an añejo, but nothing popular. It's a tequila they recommended to me here. We traveled 13 hours to the United States to have dinner, enjoying quesadillas and casum. The tequila is called Siete Leguas Reposado. It's pretty good. Today marks the official first day as we arrived late last night. They are now delivering the BYD to our location. We're going to pick up the credential. We're already on board the BYD Shark. We're going to the airport to pick up Jaime Gabaldon right now. We'll record this truck again, as we have it until Tuesday. You already know I did it, but we'll provide more details. Javier is impressed by its rapid acceleration. And well, let's see how the day goes. I need to live and eat Mexico, drink Mexico, and all of Mexico.
We have a range of 717 kilometers. That's about 400 miles. So,
In the Dominican Republic, it says almost 1,000 kilometers. With a full and charged one,
without refueling,
because if you charge the battery, because we also have a bonus for charging the battery, of course, it gives you that huge range, that really good range. And this accelerates instantly.
like an electric car.
It's an electric car, it accelerates like a bullet, right? Above me on the track is the famous tunnel with the noise of what seems to be practice runs. It's the car of the Mexican driver, Daniel Suarez. If you look here, those exhausts are fake. The exhausts are located on the side. All these trucks drove here from Charlotte. They had security on the way, but they got worried because at one point the security left them. Because they have to cross all of northern Mexico to get here. These are the official garages of the pit lane. What you just saw passing by were some trucks blowing air to clear the track so that no particles fall that could harm the environment.
Yep.
One there. Goes by like an arrow, huh? They go by here at 200 miles per hour. Today is the second day, the actual race day following yesterday's race. We're still analyzing whether it was questionable or not, but the problem is that we're trying to find the entrance. It's a bit difficult for him, following Mexico's traffic rules, the speed, the lights, all the places. Because if not, that's how you drive.
Here you have to be aggressive, because if not, you'll get left behind.
If you look at the live broadcast on the screen, it appears unclear and dark, just like what I saw in the Dominican Republic. The graphic isn't yours. Wow, not at all. Absolutely not. We had a hard time trying to see it. A pretty significant police presence here. Let's look at the other side of NASCAR, but now the Mexican way. There are places you definitely don't choose. They call you, they pull you in, and Mexico is definitely one of those. This time I'm not here for the beaches nor for the ruins. I'm here for the noise. I'm here for the adrenaline. I'm here because Chevrolet invited me to experience the NASCAR. But Mexican style? Mexico is what I call organized chaos, a place where the past and the present reveal themselves. Here you drink cheap mezcal, where the heat isn't just measured in degrees, but in spiciness, in heart rate. Here you definitely don't just walk, you live with style, and that makes perfect sense on a racetrack. In the morning, there's nothing like the smell of gasoline and burnt rubber. Here in National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing Mexico, there isn't a big budget, but there's plenty of heart. Here, the teams have to sweat for every peso. The engines roar like drunken mariachis and the track turns into a battlefield. But everything is closer, more human, more real. They're going to give us a hard lap. A hot lap that I'm not fond of, but I'll do it. You know, I had a weird experience in Belgium with an ugly plane. This straight is really long, isn't it?
This straight has been long for a kilometer.
Which braking point do they use here?
You will see it here, even with marks.
That's why it starts with 10987.
It's so that you, depending on your speed and all that, know where to start braking.
And at what number are they braking?
Right now, we're braking at 7 because it's very slippery.
Maybe you can notice it, like look in my direction, it slides a lot since the pavement is really wet. In fact, if you look, there are a lot of skid marks and tracks and everything, so...
Better to be careful.
And the NASCARs, at what point do they brake?
National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing must be around 5.
That's the next one.
It's a very, very fast car with a lot of power, but it's also heavy. It's very big.
So here, for example, Formula 1, unlike Formula 1 goes straight and turns left, we turn right.
It is another configuration.
It's another configuration for Formula 1. You go in there, do that, come out here right away, and then we repeat the process.
It's just a little bit shorter, like a bigger chicane. It is...
The Formula 1 one. This one is shorter. And these are the famous S-curves back here.
Precedent yesterday, right? About Daniel Suarez when he overtook.
And he races as a driver? When he overtook, it was at the end of the straight.
Ah, you're a driver.
I'm a driver at your service.
What's your name?
Patrick Getters.
And which series do you race here?
Based on our discussion, now it's really whatever we can do.
But what?
The latest is National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing NASCAR Mexico.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Look, and what do you think about what people are saying out there, that yesterday's event was fixed so a Mexican would win?
I don't think it was like that.
I think it was proven. I think what everyone else should have seen is that he used a different strategy.
Daniel Suarez is not competing in the Xfinity Championship.
He's racing in what's called the Cup, so for example in what they call the stages.
He didn't care about earning points because he wasn't aiming for a championship.
Oh, that's why he stopped earlier?
He stopped earlier due to strategy, which worked out well for him.
So the accident, you can't fix that. It was fixed. Fixed from where, where did they press the button so the others would go slow?
Or so they would crash.
He was really lucky with the crash, which he had nothing to do with.
The fastest drivers were the ones who crashed, but he had nothing to do with it.
So, is he really strong? And I would say, from my point of view, well, that's racing. That's what happened.
There are many drivers who don't have sponsors, who are millionaires, but there are also many drivers who are hungry. But hunger for glory, hunger for speed, hunger for respect, and you can't buy that. You can't fix that either. Off the track, the noise changes. Meat cooked by rotating on the grills, tacos, carnitas, birria. Whatever gives you enough energy to cheer for your favorite driver or to curse the one who knocked him out on the turns, whatever it is. Here, the food I love is not merely food, it's an identity. The spiciness? Why even talk about spiciness? It's pure communion. Eating on the street in Mexico is a sport, but a national sport. It's more flavorful than any very important person lounge worldwide, trust me. After the race comes the ritual of dinner. We don't talk about specs, we don't talk about torque, we talk about life, we talk about how a car can be more than just transportation. A car is a ritual, a companion, and real. It's like tequila, it represents freedom. Yeah, tequila's best quality is that it helps everything flow and be more sincere. National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing in Mexico isn't a cheap copy, it's a passionate interpretation of what racing is.
It's like rock played by a mariachi band. We've exited the tunnel and the track is ahead.
That rock sounds different, but it's just as powerful. In Mexico, you run with your guts. You applaud with your soul.
Visiting Mexico reminds us that perfection isn't always neat and tidy.
Sometimes you have grease on your hands, tacos in your mouth, and a helmet full of dreams. Thank you, Chevy, National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, and especially Mexico. Racing is different here. Life is lived more intensely. Viva Mexico! We're here with the Chief Engineer of Chevy's National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing program, where they have engines in every team. And they have almost 300 employees working in racing in all the races they're involved in.
See, the guy has been there for almost 30 years building his career.
This is one of the many inspection units that come through here before the race starts, conducting inspections for various reasons. Yesterday was very rainy. Today it may rain again. So these slick tires, these tires help you go fast, but they're not good for the rain because if not, you'll crash. These are for the rain. I'm currently walking the pit lane before the Formula One race begins. The race will start broadcasting in a few minutes. I mean, wow, I thought they didn't do that, but yeah, let's see what the champions take home. This is the official photo with all the drivers before the race. You don't have to finish the race now. All the movement to another city begins. They finish and immediately start packing up without any downtime.